There's magic in that.
This is mommy life, y'all. He on one boob and the pump is on the other boob. But baby boy is getting his nutrition. Quite content, if you ask me. What's up, y'all? So it's a new day. I just wanted to come and talk a little bit about my steaming experience. My timeline is all jacked up. I'm gonna tell you something. After having a baby, your days and your times and your dates just start running together. Like time and space do not exist. You just living. Like trying to make sure your needs are met and your baby's needs are met. So let's see. When did I start steaming? I got the steaming package from Aquila around the 20th-ish. I had him on the 17th. The plan initially was for me to steam the day after birth, but you know, just getting home and trying to get acclimated and everything, it didn't work out that way. So I want to say I got it around like the 23rd-ish, 24th-ish, something like that. But I still didn't start steaming until about a week later. Because I was still trying to get in the groove of him and everything. So yes, I steamed. I was supposed to steam every day for 30 days. I will say in total, the amount of days that I missed about a week. I would say 5 days, but not consecutively. So I didn't do it every single day for 30 days with the exception of those 5 days. But for the most part, I was steaming every day, sitting down with the herbs that she mixed together, especially for me. I was doing that for 10 minutes daily. She stopped by about a week ago and brought me some new herbs so that my cycle wouldn't return faster than what it probably would have, because everybody's situation is going to be different. Some people, they see their cycle come sooner than other ladies, especially if you're breastfeeding. Sometimes that may offset your period coming back, but sometimes you still may get it. So everybody's body is different. So there's really no time where your cycle is supposed to come back, but it is going to come back. That was a part of the plan for her to bring those anyways, but I had told her that I had started bleeding again. So as far as my lochia is concerned, because I know how to say it now, yes, it's spelled Lochia. Mine, it wasn't very heavy. So after I had him, after you have a baby, you know, it's going to be things coming out. Your uterus is contracting back down to its normal size and, you know, just getting rid of some things that are in there that don't need to be in there anymore. So you will see this different color discharge, and this is TMI if you ain't interested in hearing this stuff, but this is a pregnancy vlog, so yeah. Mine was not that bad at all. And I'm a girl that does not enjoy getting her cycle. Mine regularly, like before pregnancy, is not that long. And it's not like unbearable. I don't get really bad cramps. You know, I'll feel the effects of my uterus doing whatever it's doing when it's on my cycle. But it wasn't really bad. Like have heard horror stories from women. And I'm just blessed to be not in that number where I have a really bad cycle. I just don't enjoy it though. Like blood coming out of you every month. No. So I said that to say that I didn't enjoy the lochia experience, but I knew it was a part of postpartum. So for me, guys, just in general with pregnancy, with being a mother, I train my mind for everything. I know these things are going to happen. I didn't set any expectations because I knew this was a journey I'd never been on before, so there was nothing for me to expect. And even when I was getting advice from other people, it was kind of like, okay, that was your experience. This is going to be mine. And I'm so glad I took that approach because it kept me level-headed, number one, throughout my pregnancy and also throughout postpartum, because postpartum is no joke. And I am just so glad that we're in such a sensitive time right now because so many things are being talked about. And postpartum care is one of them. I'm going to continue having this conversation on my channel because it's super important. I want people to not be afraid of pregnancy, to not be afraid of labor and delivery, to not be afraid of postpartum. Just train your mind and switch the narrative from fear to readiness or fear to acceptance. Because it's just going to be what it is. You know what I mean? If you get pregnant, you know, you're going to go through these things if you choose to carry out your pregnancy. It's a given. So don't be fearful about it because it's going to make your experience way worse than what it needs to be. It's just a rites of passage, in my opinion. So, I forgot. I went off on a tangent, child. But anyway, I prepared my mind that I was going to be going through the stages and things coming out of there, whatever. Wasn't that bad, guys. I probably bled for maybe a week and a half. Not even blood. It was just kind of like a different color, like brownish. It wasn't all day. You know, the stuff that they give you leaving the hospital to like the underwear and the gauzes and the cold packs and everything, all that stuff really, really helps. And that was, I'm blessed, honey. Your insurance pay for it. Take that shit home and use it. You hear me? That really helped. I like those underwear, by the way. They're really cool. They look funny, but they're comfortable. And I wish I had a couple more pairs. It was not that bad, and that was even prior to steaming. Now, let's talk about how the steaming affected me. In general, I just feel so light. If y'all were watching my videos after I had my baby, you remember hearing me talk about just feeling like gravity was pulling me down. I just felt like I was, just here. But I don't feel that way anymore. And I truly believe that steaming has provided such a lightness to my body and just I don't know, I just feel really light. And I do feel like things are back to normal. I'm not contracting much anymore. Every now and again I feel a pain, but I do have a stomach issue. So it's really been hard to tell throughout my entire pregnancy journey if something was related to pregnancy or related to my stomach issue. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that I'm not contracting anymore as far as my uterus going back down to normal size. The beautiful feeling that you get when you sit down on that pot, oh my gosh, it just feels amazing. It's like a herbal bath or herbal steam bath for your insides. It just feels really good, and it's very calming, super calming. And I love the fact that I could just sit on the pot and have my son in my lap. He's not being harmed. He's comfortable. We can do skin to skin. He can feed. I can read. It's beautiful. Like, I just got off the pot from the new herbs that she gave me, and I'm crossing my fingers because I do hope that my period will not return again. That's what I forgot to tell y'all. So about the last week or so, it looks like I've been having a cycle. And I'm not happy to see it, to be honest. Like, as a new mom, the last thing I want to worry about is changing sanitary stuff because it's just a lot. You got to be hands-on with the baby and everything. So I just don't want to have to worry about that right now. But it did return, I think, because this is like a red, like red color. You know when it's the color of Lokia and then the color of your cycle. I can tell because it's like, it looks like my cycle. The Lokia does not get that red, at least for me anyway. So that's my experience with the steaming. I've had such a different experience with pregnancy, labor, delivery, everything. To where, like, from a scale from 1 to 10, I would say, like other women have talked about these horror stories, they're at like a 10. I would say my experience in general with all of this, aside from the steaming, would be about a 4 or 5. It really wasn't that bad. So it's in terms of like how my body bounced back, so to speak. I think I may have had that experience if I wasn't steaming as well. But like I said, I know I can certainly attribute the steaming to just the lightness that I feel. Maybe it did also contribute to the lightness of my Lokia as well. But I do encourage you all to try it out seriously. But like I said, just be careful about who you're purchasing herbs from. All herbs are not created equally. Some people don't know how to handle them, how to store them, a good source to get them from. So there are just so many things that I want women to just pay attention to, because it's great that holistic healing is back in the forefront of society and pop culture now, but you still have to be very careful because a lot of people hopping on a trend and trying to do things to make money, and they're not really putting the care and the research into what they're doing, and a lot of people are being harmed from it. I've seen some horror stories about steaming. So just be careful, because it might sound like, oh, roses and butterflies is so great, but when you're dealing with herbs, you have to be careful what type you mix, because everybody has a different health background, and certain people, if you're on certain medications or if you've experienced certain things medically, you have to stay away from certain herbs. And just because it's good for you, everything in moderation. So I just want you guys to stay educated and use your discernment and pray for it if you feel like you don't have it. But that's pretty much it. I've had a positive experience. Akila has been great. She's answered all of my questions. She's easy to talk to, easy to get along with, and I just love what she's doing. And financially, I don't know if I can continue to do it, but I did. It was something that I put in my budget because I wanted to experience what I experienced, and I'm sure I paid a little bit more for her to come to my home and set up the boxes everything for me to do it. It was just very, very convenient. So I'm thankful. And like I said, again, I'm thankful that it was something I was able to do with my baby on me, and I wasn't having to take my attention off of him to steam. So it's great. I'm sure most of y'all have figured this out by now, but yeah, my child's dad and I are not together, so it's just me at my home with my son. I am a single parent. I don't like to say single mother. I don't know. My thoughts are changing on that, but I'm a single parent. I'm a woman that happens to be single, pretty much, and that's how I look at it. So things are not perfect. Things are exactly the way they need to be right now, though. And as far as me, how I'm feeling mentally, I feel good. Today is a good day. There were some things that were kind of weighing me down emotionally and spiritually the last couple of weeks. It has nothing to do with pregnancy, but that is no longer robbing my joy, and I'm just really blessed and thankful, and I'm getting emotional. Y'all know this baby brought out all the emotional feels. Oh. I'm a person, if y'all don't know by now, I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I've talked about this in another video before. I don't get on this camera to act like something that I'm not, or just show one part of my personality, because we're all multifaceted, and I go through the motions, honey, from happy to rage to anger to sadness, all of that. You know, I'm a human being. But what I really want y'all to take away from my videos is just, I think what you all have been getting is the authenticity, and that we go through things, but you grow through things, and they're here to teach you for a reason. So I'm just thankful for the experiences, whether they're all happy-go-lucky or not. You know, it's just my experience, and it's what shaped me to be the woman that I am today, and I'm proud of her, and I love her. It hasn't always been that way. I still have some things that I'm working on. That's it. You guys are just, you know, rolling on that journey with me, and it's a beautiful ride. But I think people need a platform, and YouTube is good for this. People need a platform, and people need somewhere that they can go to see other people living how they live, talking how they talk, experiencing what they experience, and not faking the funk, because we got traumas and things that we trying to heal through, and you can't do that on your own if people aren't being real about what they experience. Yes, you can go to a counselor, but it's something dope about seeing somebody you relate to. You okay? I'm gonna go soon, but yes, it's something dope about seeing somebody you relate to talk about things that resonate with you. That helps your journey and helps you to heal too. So I'm gonna go, y'all, get my baby straight. We're about to get dressed for the day, and it's gonna be a good one. But y'all, you know, drop any comments below, questions below. I appreciate the love and the new feedback and the new people that are subscribing to the channel and appreciating the content. Yeah, guys, thank you. I'm just very appreciative, and I do like to chat with y'all. So let me know if you have any questions related to me, the baby, the pregnancy, this video. He's sucking. He wants to eat, and I'll get you some answers. So peace. This is what my setup looks like, real and raw, y'all. So I have a towel placed down that I sit on for sanitary purposes. And some of y'all have seen this setup before, but I just wanted to show you what the herbs look like, you know, after I'm done. They've seeped in there. And you got some lavender float. There we go. You got some lavender that's in there. This is what it looks like after everything is said and done and they've soaked. But yeah, I used this about 20 minutes ago. I'm about to dump it out in the toilet. But I don't know. I just know I see lavender in there. I'm not sure what the other herbs are. But I could ask Akila if she's comfortable sharing. But yeah, this is what she put together. And maybe y'all know herbs. I'll show you this. This is the second batch that she brought over for me. And I'm using, instead of doing this one daily, I'm doing this one weekly and only twice. So I did this today, which is a Thursday. I'm going to finish the rest of this off next Thursday. So yeah, do y'all recognize any of those herbs? I definitely see lavender. But yeah, let me know.